With Parkinson's, every one of us eventually reaches that moment in the doctor's office where we think, why does it feel like my neurologist and I are having two completely different conversations? Huh, you're sitting there talking about stiff legs, random tremors, weird dips in energy, and they're talking about timelines and dosages and let's keep an eye on it. Well, I've been there so many times, and honestly, for years, I walked out feeling unheard or like I forgot half the things I wanted to say. And now, this week, so many of you have messaged me saying the exact same thing. Hey, Bryce, I finally am tracking my meds and my symptoms, but what do I do with it? How do I explain this to my doctor without freezing up and wasting an appointment? Well, guess what? Today, we're turning your tracking data into a powerful tool that will finally get the answers you need. And boy, do we have a surprise for you today. Stick around to the very end because someone's joining me that might have what they think is better than a Bryceism.
Welcome to Living with Parkinsons. The good, the bad, and the reality. Real talk, real life, real community with Bryce Perry. Let's begin.
All right, well, welcome back to the channel, everybody. And if you're new here, my name is Bryce, and this is Living with Parkinson's, the good, the bad, and the reality. Now, this channel is all about providing strength, hope, and support to individuals who are living with Parkinson's and their caregivers. You know, we share motivational stories, tips, and insights to help you navigate life with Parkinson's. So if you're looking for this kind of content, make sure to subscribe because you don't want to miss an episode. Now, today's program, how to take your tracking to your doctors and actually get results. And I'm going to give you the secret sauce today. Okay, so let's get into this. And let's be honest. A doctor gets what? Maybe 15, 20 minutes with us, and that's on a really good day. Meanwhile, Parkinson's is doing its thing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So when you walk in and they say to you, how have things been since our last visit? And you know, your brain does that panic thing like, good, bad. Tuesday was weird. I think I was stiff at 2. I didn't sleep on Thursday. Maybe that was Wednesday. You know, that's the part where half of us look at our caregiver like we're phoning a friend on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, like, help, please help me, right? Tracking takes away the guesswork. Right? If it gives your doctor a map instead of a mystery. And doctors love data, especially when it's simple, visual, and makes their job easier. And you know what? You don't need to have some crazy complicated system, right? You don't need to be walking into your doctor's office with 10 pages and rolled up things under your arms. Like, you don't need colors and stickers and bullet journals and things that look like they belong on Pinterest. You need to know 3 things. Number 1, you need to know when you take your meds. Number 2, you have to know when those symptoms start showing up after you take them or start going away, and anything that affects your symptoms. And that's it. Those are the 3 big things, right? And you could see those in episode 1 and episode 2. And this is where the tracker and the download becomes your cheat sheet, right? Because you start showing patterns, not paragraphs. Hey, can you imagine? Like, you walk in, right? And you walk in and you've got your journal, and you're going to pull out your journal, and the doctor's sitting there kind of looking like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You know, like I'm already 20 minutes behind schedule. When's the last time you've been to a doctor's that you've gone on time at your appointment time? Hashtag Doc always late. Doc always late. And that one is for my doctor, so he knows he's not alone. I'm just teasing. But you want to go in like a pro, right? You don't want to go with a journal, and all of a sudden they're going to start getting stressed out thinking that, holy man, you're going to read them the last 6 months of what, since they saw you. Here's the trick. They don't want to know your whole day. They want the highlights, right? That's going to help them adjust the plan. So here's your exact script. And this is what I use. You can literally use this. You ready for this? Here's what I tracked this month. My medication is usually kicking in around blank and wearing off around blank. I'm noticing more stiffness, tremors, dyskinesia, whatever your symptoms are, around blank. And here are the days where something was different. Boom. Clear, simple, actionable, right? They may ask follow-up questions, but now you frame the conversation around patterns and not random movements. You see, tracking shifts you from a passenger to a co-pilot. Now, let me give you a little quick story. Now, there was a stretch where my stiffness kept sneaking up earlier every afternoon, right? But every time I went to the doctor, I couldn't remember exactly when. So I just kept saying vague things like, yeah, sometimes it's, rough, mid afternoons, right? And that didn't help anyone. He'd ask me, well, but did you sleep the night before? Did you have something to eat? Can you tell me how was your mood? Like he's asking me the same things, right? That you're going to be tracking. Think about that for 1 second, right? And just how about a aha in the comments if that really started to resonate there. He's going to ask you what you're tracking. Okay, so once I started tracking though, I realized it really wasn't mid afternoon. It was every day around 2:40, almost on the dot, and that's if I took my meds at the same time every day. And when I brought that to my neurologist, he immediately said, "Okay, well that tells me your meds are wearing off too fast because, I looked at what time you took them, so let's shift the timing." Boom, 2 minutes. That's all that conversation took. 2 minutes. Tracking saves time, and more importantly, tracking gets results. Now, how would you like to have all that done in 2 minutes? And you know what's wild? When your doctors start to trust that they know what you're doing, like you know what you're doing and you're tracking stuff, they give you all the leeway you want. My doctor and I have a wonderful relationship. A lot of times he's like, okay, you know what? If you think in this situation you need to add some more or increase your dosage or shorten your times, you do it. Write it down. Let me know and catch me back up in when we see you in 6 months. He trusts me like that. So we built that trust because he knows that I'm looking for the right stuff. Does that make sense? Okay. So if you're getting value out of this so far, hit that subscribe button and listen. Tell you what, if you're liking this so far, everybody, please smash that like button. Let's hit that like button, and that will send this video out to more people that need it. And now, what I teased about you in the beginning, you'll never believe who we got coming up here, but it's time for Karman's Care Partner Corner. And with that, I introduce you or I reintroduce you to my wife, Karman.
Hi, everyone. It's Karman. I'm back, and welcome to Karman's Care Partner Corner. I want to talk to you about what it's like going into those neurologist appointments as the care partner. Because if you've ever been in the room, you already know those appointments move fast. And sometimes the person you love forgets things, downplays things, or just wants to get out of there as quickly as possible. Bryce. I used to sit in those appointments thinking, this isn't the whole story. The doctor isn't seeing what I'm seeing at home. And that can be tough because you want to help, but you also don't want to take over. Tracking changed everything for us. When Bryce walks in with his on times, off times, patterns, and it gives something solid to talk about with the doctor. Not guesses, not sometimes, not maybe. Real numbers, real moments, real examples. And it opens the door for me to gently add what I've noticed without feeling like I'm correcting him. And if you're a care partner, here's what I want you to know. Your voice matters in that appointment, not to speak for them, but to speak with them. You see things they don't always feel in the moment. You see the hesitations. You see the fatigue. You see the frozen mornings. You see the rough evenings. And sharing those observations doesn't take anything away from them. It helps the doctor see the full picture. Most importantly, remind them not to minimize their symptoms. Bryce, people with Parkinson's are tough. Sometimes they're a little too tough in front of the doctor. And your calm honesty can be that thing that gets them the help they actually need. All right. Well, since I'm live on camera, I guess I better give you a Karmanism. And personally, I think I'm better at them than Bryce, but that's my opinion. It's a competition that we seem to be having with each other. Anyway, the Karmanism of the day. A good care partner isn't there to fight the battle for you. We're just there to make sure you don't go into the neurologist with the confidence of a wet noodle. And the twist? If I don't say something, Bryce absolutely will walk in there acting like he's competing for Patient of the Year. And that's a true story. Take care, everybody.
Well, thank you, Karman. I think thank you. So she said right on there, didn't she say, like, I think I'm better at it than him? Wow. Okay. All right. There you go. Anyway, that was awesome. Thank you so much. Great Carmenism, by the way. Give her a heart in the comments for that one. That was pretty cool. But let's talk about, though, how to bring your tracker to the appointment. Okay. And here are three options. And you can pick whichever one works best. But I'm going to give you three options. Number one, you can print it out, right? Print the tracker and circle the most important stuff. Okay. Simple, clear, and visual. Don't be bringing in 100 pages, right? Just print it, circle, what you want to circle. Boom. Quick, fast, you can find it quickly to let them know. Option number two is take a photo of the tracker every day and make a little album on your phone, right? And just cut and paste if you're good at that stuff. I'm not that great at it, but if you can cut and paste and make a little collage, doctors love seeing real-time snapshots. Just like boom, boom, boom. And option three, just bring the sheet and highlight 1 week that shows your pattern. And why? Why is that? Because doctors often build the plan from your most consistent week, right? Not the one-off weird days. Tell your doctor, let me show you this week. This is the clearest picture of what happens most often. And what you're doing is you're helping them help you. Okay? Now, I know many of us, myself included, we were raised, especially in Canada, to be polite and not bother people. So how do you advocate for yourself without feeling pushy, right, on your doctor? Well, here, listen. I'm just going to be brutally blunt, honest with you. This is your life, okay? This is your life. This is your daily functioning. This is your body. So here's a sentence that's respectful but firm. Based on my tracking, I think it would help to adjust either my dose or my timing. What options do you recommend? Period. You're not telling them what to do. You're inviting a professional solution. And trust me, neurologists respond really well to this. Now, what about things that you should never say? Well, I'll tell you what. Never walk into an appointment and say, I don't know, things are just off. Or I'm doing okay, I guess. Or I forget when things happen. Tracking replaces vague with specific, and specific creates solutions. Okay, here's a look at a simple handwritten tracker from this week. Okay, nothing fancy, just scribbles. And honestly, because Parkinson's is messy, your tracking doesn't need to be pretty, but it just needs to be real. And boom, that is it. Can you believe it? It's that simple. It's that simple. Now, you have to be firm, but you have to be very organized and ready to go. Your doctor has to feel trust that you understand what you're tracking, you understand what it is you need, okay? And you're using them as a vessel, like a resource, okay? If you walk in there again vague, you're going to walk out with no answers because they're going to tell you they're going to ask you a bunch of questions, the same things that you already have the answers to. And then they'll say, okay, let's check back with me next time and let's see if it's still happening. And then you've got another 3, 4, 5, 6 months with no change. Life's too short for that. And you need to start running your life. You really do. So don't back down. Don't be shy. Don't be rude, but don't be shy. And don't overcomplicate this. Don't overcomplicate it. Look at the sheet I just showed you. It's handwritten. It's just boom, bam, it's a couple circles. It's just all you have to do. That's all you do. And I tell you, it's going to change. It's going to change your relationship with your doctor, and it's going to change your relationship with your body to levodopa. And you're going to feel so much more in control. It's just amazing. You're going to control the Parkinson's and what's happening to you rather than sitting back and just wondering what's happening to you. All right, you made it this far. So here is your Bryceism of the episode. With Parkinson's, your doctor might be the expert, but you are the evidence. Now, how do you like that? Anyway, if this helped you, hit that like button so YouTube knows that other people with Parkinson's need to see this too. And drop a comment and let me know this. Are you bringing your tracker to your next appointment? I'd really like to know. And if you want more support, more tools, and more community, then you need to join us in the Inner Circle. It's a beautiful space full of people who actually get it. Well, there you go. That's it. And you know what? It's that time again. Until next time, I want you to keep showing up. I want you to keep being real. I want you to keep tracking. I want you to keep being tough. And I want you to fight for yourself. And I want you to do life. And I want you to do it today. We'll see you next episode. Love you guys.
Parkinson's may be part of your life, but it doesn't get to define it. Thanks for listening to Living with Parkinson's. The good, the bad, and the reality. If this episode moved you, helped you, or reminded you you're not alone, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Want to go deeper? The Inner Circle is waiting. Monthly Zoom calls, 24/7 community, and a direct line to Bryce. You'll find the link in the show notes. Until next time, keep showing up and keep doing life today.